And for more on the Diamondbacks, let's bring in Senior VP and Assistant General Manager Amiel Sawdaye of that squad in Arizona, the National League champion Diamondbacks. Amiel, thank you so much for catching up with us on MLB Tonight. Why was it, we just heard from Torey Lovullo, the first piece of business your front office did was extending your manager? Why was that the number one necessity?
Well, I think Torey was the fabric behind, he was the driving force behind why we got to this point. I mean, obviously, all the players over the last 6 years that we've had, we've built up a good core of young players, and Torey, the culture Torey's built here, the relationship we have both in the community and with the front office, and especially with the players and his coaching staff. I mean, he was so integral in this part, and we knew we had to bring him back, obviously, and extend him for a long term.
Amiel, Yonder Alonso here. I just really want to talk to you about Perdomo and his role moving forward. We know what he did throughout the year. He's a great on-base guy. Feels like a Gold Glove or a shortstop, but is he an everyday player or a platoon player? And is Jordan Lawlar a guy that you expect him to be in the big league roster moving next year?
Yeah, Perdomo's the best. I mean, I love Perdomo. For people that haven't gotten a chance to meet Perdomo, I mean, he is one of the most engaging young stars of the game. I'm so proud of him being on the national stage, being able to show his defensive ability, and obviously probably one of the best eyes at the plate, and a switch hitter who got more at-bats right-handed this postseason, and he showed what he can do. Really patient. Torey hit him a lot at the bottom of the order and turned the lineup over, and really set the stage for Cattell and Corbin. He's an everyday player. He's a Gold Glove caliber shortstop, and yeah, he's somebody that we look forward to watching in a Diamondback uniform for a long time.
Amiel, this is Dan O'Dowd. First of all, I got to say congratulations. Like, I'm so happy for you guys. I know that was a total organizational effort. The joy that I saw was so authentic coming from you and your entire staff. I'm just really, really happy for everybody connected to the Diamondbacks. But I want to take you back to your draft in 2019. You took Mr. Carroll 16th overall in the first round. Did you envision this kind of player when you took him that day?
We envisioned a player who was going to be really, really good and probably a star. I'm not sure anybody could say we envisioned this quickly. I mean, I think some of the questions that we had in the draft room, probably most teams had. You know, how much power was he really going to have? You know, we thought he was going to drive in a bunch of runs, be a doubles, triples guy, hit a bunch of home runs. But, I mean, I think this guy shows that he has 30 home run power in the big leagues. Obviously, a leadoff guy. He's going to steal 50 bases, get on base, play elite defense. I mean, he's a star. And I think the biggest thing for us is his makeup was just off the charts, and he works harder probably than anybody I know. His intensity, his preparation is second to none, and he's just somebody who he's really easy to root for, and we're really proud of what he's accomplished.
Well, we certainly saw Corbin Carroll be a leader on the field and off the field in the postseason, but let's talk about another leader in Evan Longoria with what he did not only in the clubhouse but obviously off the clubhouse. Do you feel like you need to address those issues moving forward, a guy like that you might be missing?
Yeah, Longo was the best. We didn't know Longo. We Zoomed with him in the offseason. Very authentic, very humble. Really got a chance to see him on the other side when he was with the Giants. We knew what we needed. We knew we needed some leadership. And then just Longo coming in from spring training and taking, you know, he didn't take full control of the clubhouse. He has such a great, easygoing way about him. The young guys were able to turn to him for advice on anything. And obviously he played really well. And Longo was very durable, played well, played through the postseason. Unbelievable play in Milwaukee to help us save a game. He's just, you know, it's somebody who I think our young players learned a lot of leadership from him. And we were just happy to have him.
Amiel, the numbers don't lie. So can we declare the Arizona Diamondbacks are the pro bunting front office of Major League Baseball?
I think we made bunting sexy again, huh? Yeah.
We need a shirt. We need.
Am I on to something?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's funny because people towards the end of the year were talking about how much we bunted in the sack bunts, and somebody came up to us and told us that at some point during the playoffs that all the sack bunts that we had turned into runs at I think up to Game 4 or Game 3 of the World Series. And there was a point in the year where we really weren't good at it. And it was almost like being in a bunting slump. And I'll give Torey credit. You know, he and Jeff Bannister really took the reins, and they were out there working. Almost every one of our players were out there doing really hard bunting drills off the machine, focusing on it almost every day, and we got good again. And I honestly, when that happened, I never envisioned it was going to be one of the driving factors in the playoffs. But kudos to all the players who worked hard, and kudos to Banny and Torey who actually were out there practicing with those guys. And yeah, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, following up on that, your athleticism all over the field was really fun to watch. Was that by design? Did you go into the draft and the development process saying, hey, we're going to add these type of athletes and develop them into the kind of play that we want to have at the big league level?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when you go into a draft, you never know what's going to fall into your pocket. But we did target a lot of young, athletic, especially some of the kids that you're taking out of high school, middle of the field players. And you know, again, you don't know how those players are going to develop, but, you know, having athleticism is usually, we talk about the 5 tools. This was a 6th tool, and it's a tool that probably should be the first one. You know, I mean, it helps these guys make adjustments a lot quicker. So yeah, you know, I think there was a driving force towards trying to find good young athletic players. And then, you know, obviously in the trade for Moreno, I think we targeted a catcher who was very athletic, who could do multiple things and was very dynamic. And so yes, athleticism was something that we were looking for.
And let me just tell you, watching your team play and drop down bunts after bunt after bunt and sitting next to Brian Kenny, oh my goodness, I had such a good time. I really did. Amiel Sawdaye, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on a banner year out in Arizona. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thanks for having me.